You'll probably know this company called Squarehood.
All metal Squarehood.
With that Squarehood.
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 Squarehood.se. Shout out to Thomas. Is this the first time someone will see you online?
Potentially, yeah.
Good morning. It is Sunday. I checked out of the hotel, and I'm now here joined by Thomas from
Squarehood.
Yeah, Squarehood, the guy behind the lens hoods, the accessories, and yeah, first time we ever meet. I don't know how long we have been in contact, but on Instagram we were talking
a few
years, yeah. And honestly, I expected him to be a little older.
Thank you. Thank you.
And yeah, I really like what you're doing, and you just told me it has become your main thing, so this is incredible. And yeah, let's talk a little bit about how this all came about. I would like to know when did you start? Why did you start?
Yeah, okay. Well, it started with the X100, which is going to go. I'm sorry, I'm not mentioning Ricoh here, but I was eyeing up the X100 after shooting Canon. I wanted something light, and then when you get into that kind of thing, you start going down a little rabbit hole of accessories. And I couldn't find what I wanted. I wanted something that kind of was compact and looked good, kind of seamless. And I couldn't find it, so I taught myself how to draw on CAD. And a friend of mine had a 3D printer at the time, and so I drew the first prototype. He printed it. I put it on the camera. It took a little bit longer than that. It was like over a few months to get it right. And then I think it was him or someone else who's like, "Dude, you should try and sell these, man. I'm sure other people are interested." And then it just kind of snowballed into what it is today.
And you did accessories for Fujifilms mainly for a while.
Yeah.
And then you branched out recently to Leica hoods and also GR.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Just like recommendations from customers or people who follow me. Just, hey, have you thought about doing something for this?
Yeah.
It really helps because it's like you obviously can't have that kind of knowledge about every lens or every camera that a customer wants. So that kind of feedback's really, really important.
Yeah, I noticed that you often ask, would you be interested in this, and or reply to comments saying, it's on the list or I'm considering it.
Yeah,
I think that's
for
really
sure.
cool.
I mean, that's super important, I think, because at the end of the day, the customer is the thing that makes it go round. So it's important to make something that people want.
Well, let me go this way. Then it's not against the noise.
Okay.
Cool. How's the workload? What are you mainly doing?
The workload
must have been very
it's kind
tough to do.
Yeah,
it
I mean,
yourself.
as I was just telling you, I've just been doing this full time for a short time. Before that, I was working, a day job.
Yeah.
But with the birth of a third kid, it was getting a little bit too much. So and the workload, I mean, it depends. Like custom mail is probably the number one priority, to be honest.
Yeah.
Keeping people happy and replying. And then if I have like the thing I enjoy the most is drawing new products. And then getting that first prototype, and that's kind of the kicker. But I mean, it can be a lot of hours.
Yeah.
But it's something I really enjoy doing. So for me, it's not.
Yeah.
I don't think about it as hours and dread the time I have to put in. So
Yeah, and you're not only selling online, but also you have some stores. Selling your product.
Yeah, exactly. I have shops in Japan, South Korea, the US, Australia, here in Sweden.
But is the main the bulk of the orders come through your online store?
Yeah, for sure.
What can I say?
So we're going out here, man. So
Yeah, okay.
I honestly don't know where we're going.
That's good. That's the way I like it. You also have been collaborating with Fujifilm? Or not directly?
No, not directly. I have a contact here in Stockholm.
Yeah.
And they help me out with like borrowing gear, which is a huge benefit because it means I don't have to buy it, which is nice.
Oh yeah, for product.
Yeah.
Probably.
No, but also designing, like like if I want to do a lens hood, then I need the lens because I need to test it. You know?
Right. Yeah.
And for a small company, that's quite an expense to have to buy all this stuff all the time. If you're not gonna, I mean, of course it's nice to use it as well, but there's only so many lenses you can have before your wife's like, hey, you got to make a decision here.
Yeah. It's interesting how something simple as a lens shade can become something that is sought after, because even you have this metal lens hood for some Leica Summicron lenses that are plastic, the original, and then now you have a metal version, and people are like, oh, this is much nicer. So this is
it was always a funny one, that one, because I know that there are these like Leica enthusiasts who just would hate that product, because it's not the original Leica Summicron hood. And so I was kind of like hesitant about making that hood, but it was something that a lot of people said, like, this thing falls off all the time and it's crooked. And so I did it, and then I got because of that, immersed in the Leica M system and became a lot poorer because of it. But I mean, I've got a lot of lenses that actually have just been really beautiful lenses that have been just forgotten. Leica hasn't done a proper job in making a lens hood for them or anything like that. So I'm trying to work through those to make some good solutions for those older Leica lenses.
Okay. Do you have any specific goals for the future? Do you have any direction you're going to?
No, no direction. Just kind of keep on doing what I'm doing. If people are happy with it, then I'm happy.
Yeah. And the product range, you will
just slowly expand.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just me here, so there's only so much that can get done. But yeah, just keep doing what I've been doing, I guess.
Okay. Do you have any discount codes to share?
Any discount codes?
Maybe limited for like a certain number of people.
Possibly.
Yeah, possibly. We will get back to you later. I was just checking out Thomas' camera, and I just noticed this is the 40 Minolta Ricoh lens. I used to own this, and really sad I sold it, because now he makes hoods for this lens. Yeah. And it really is the nicest aperture ring, I think. Nice. Must be nice. So, do you own a lot of cameras because you have to test them?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. I have
You have to buy them? You get them borrowed?
I have to buy them. I have a disgusting amount. Mostly lenses, though, to be honest. Which is a bit of a shame, because I don't use them as much as I should.
Do you make thumb rests for Leicas?
No, I don't, because I think their one's good. The modern Leica accessories are like the pinnacle of accessories. So I'm more into kind of fixing things that are broken rather than. I don't have any business doing. I mean, look at their Q, hoods and accessories. They know what they're doing now, and I don't want to get involved in it. So I just kind of stick to like older Leica hoods that they have no commercial interest in doing anything for anymore. So.
Well, your hoods are in comparison, still more affordable than the original.
That's the crazy. Yeah, it's crazy how
even if they might be plastic and yours are metal.
They have some extremely hideous lens hoods for like the 28.
Yeah, this weird one.
Yeah, that's. I don't really know what they were thinking.
Do you have a hood for that lens?
I'm making a hood for it. It's just completely like this thing here. You can put this shape on it without getting a V-neck. So why they have something so big, I don't know.
Are you still making the Thumbrest for the GR? Yeah. Since you sent me one, did you change anything on the design?
No.
Because I find it to be a little sharp, to be honest.
Oh, yeah,
because
yeah.
you know
The top edge of it.
yeah, the top edge. It's the position. I got used to it because
Yeah.
you probably wanted to align it with this little.
The thing, like I think I might have told you, I shot the GR without a grip. And so that's like naturally how you hold it. That's how it's intended, right? Well, because they've got their kind of little recess thing there.
Yeah.
So then I got used to that, and that's why I designed the grip to hold it out there.
Yeah.
Whereas everything else is here, like all the other grips are there.
But it also kind of depends what. When it's here, then you can't really use this one so much. If it's here, then you can still. But sometimes I feel like it's not enough grip.
Yeah.
Because the camera's always a little bit like this.
Yeah.
But if the Thumbrest is here, then I feel it's more secure. But yours makes it. I don't know. It would be even better if it would be round like this here.
Yeah.
This is.
I can't even remember. Yeah, I mean, I can definitely. Customer feedback is important.
I saw some of your Thumrests yesterday at the meetup.
Oh, did you?
In golden.
Yeah, the solid brass ones, yeah.
The brass ones, yeah.
I just have to go on my website and have a look at it. Yeah, so you're talking about making that edge more...
Yeah, because it is... I don't know, if you watch, there's a video on YouTube where you can listen to the designer of the GR3 talk about every little detail. They really made sure that everything is rounded, so your hand always feels comfortable wherever you touch it. Or also, some people shoot like this.
Yeah.
And then you're reaching over the thumb rest, and you're always feeling this against your thumb.
Okay.
So, yeah, I also know someone who
So
shoots
people
like this.
shoot with their thumb.
Yeah, some people shoot with their thumb. I also do this sometimes. Yeah, and the shutter button was designed so that you can shoot it with all angles, and yeah, and they never designed it with a thumb rest in mind, of course.
No.
But yeah,
Thumb rests, they're one of those things where
every hand is also different.
if you don't use a thumb rest, you don't need a thumb rest, you know what I mean? Like,
If you have one, you feel like, oh, this.
as soon as you put one on, you're like, Jesus, I've been missing something my whole life. But if you don't, like, I don't have one on this.
Because you have this. This is
Exactly,
enough.
that's enough. And this is a heavy thing, but you also need, this is a two-handed camera, right?
Yeah.
It's not a GR.
But it was a good choice for them to have this on the cameras. I have a Nikon ZF that is flat here, and I bought a wooden thumb rest thing to glue on it.
Oh, really? A wooden one? Cool.
Yeah, a wooden one. And it is on the leather, sticks on the leather,
Okay.
but it's very sticky, it doesn't come off, and it creates something like this, and that makes all the difference.
Yeah, it's all you need, really.
Yeah. Yeah, you can see it and check it. This is not a prototype, but almost the final version. The length is like 84 centimeters.
84.
Yeah, I don't know. This is for me it's good size length, but obviously I can make any size. Have you made this yourself? This is something you bought.
No, I haven't made that.
Because it looks like it would not be too difficult to.
This is made by a guy in Turkey.
Yeah, it's a nice color.
It's really.
I like how soft and elastic. Soft it is.
I mean, that's one of the things
stiff.
about straps, is like, especially leather straps.
Yeah.
You really you need to. The people working with the leather, like that's half of them. What am I trying to say? They know the products, you know. And if you get someone who understands like the material, and that's this guy here. He's Zaid. Zaid Made is his @ on Instagram.
Okay.
He's got his own company in Turkey, and I contacted him to make these for me to sell on the website because their products are just.
This is your logo, right?
Yeah, because the products, everything's handmade, and it just makes really beautiful stuff.
Yeah, yeah. This is so important to me that it's not. Some straps are stiff, so they are like this.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I've noticed lots of photographers on social media or YouTube. They're selling straps. They make their own straps, but they're not making them. But, Clever Supply or some other
Yeah.
strap manufacturer sells them under their name.
Yeah.
And when I look at them, then they often look the same. They have two bolts in here,
Yeah, I mean,
and it's a piece of leather,
exactly. You can't really
which is fine. But
diversify so much with. I mean, it must be a hard business, camera straps, because you know so many people. Like, you can literally get a camera strap made in China for nothing.
yeah,
And if you're using like a rope strap, then the material's not really that distinguishable from
yeah.
good, like really good quality.
Most of them look the same, feel the same. Not much innovation. I like some of artisan and artists sometimes bring out some weird colorways with gradation and some strap that they feel very nice, and or you know the Rodencraft has a strap that is
they
like
make nice
half leather, half rope. That's also cool.
There's who I always forget his name, but he was a photographer in Vietnam. He had an M2. He was caught by the Viet Cong, I think, and they never found him, but they got his camera. And he made this. The guy, Japan Camera Hunter, wrote an article about this M2, and he made this strap out of paracords.
Yeah, this is where the inspiration came from for the Rodencraft strap.
Yeah,
they have it on their website. Also, the same M2.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, from
I really
a grenade, he used the pin.
Yeah, and then like the parachute straps he made. Again, it's just a real kind of handmade. But it looks really, really cool.
Yeah. It's interesting when the product comes out of a specific need for something.
Yeah. Now everything's so like clean, and I mean, that would be cool to replicate. I just don't have too many grenade pins.
Should I give a shout out to Rikard? Hey Rikard, what's up? Here's Thomas. Hey, he says hi.
We're missing you here.
Yeah. Rikard Landberg is a friend of us. He's also an enthusiastic GR3 shooter, and he made some product photos for Thomas in the past. And just wanted to give him a shout out. We almost met here in Stockholm, but he couldn't be here.
I think he's too busy shooting product photography.
Yeah. No, but he also went to a street photography festival last weekend.
Okay.
And then I think he took up all his
free time
from family.
This thing is so sensitive, right?
Yeah.
It's where it needs to extend that much, and then if you're using macro, you can't. It needs to extend even further. So that's your limitation for a lens hood or any kind of protection. It's like, it's a compact camera, but if you want to put anything on it, because of those limitations, it has to be big,
Yeah,
it would be
has
nice
to be over the lens, otherwise the lens will
and then
break,
macro you have even further, because the lens comes out even further.
Yeah.
So, and it's exactly the same with the X100. You can't just screw a filter onto that thread. It drives me insane. Like, just push.
It would also then move when you autofocus the whole lens hood if you put it directly on the lens. It would then have
it would
move, which also would drive me crazy.
Yeah. But I don't know, it's one of those things where it's like, I don't know how easy it is to fix.
Yeah. But I think on the X100 it looks more seamless putting a hood on.
Yeah, because
on this it always looks a little out of place.
Yeah.
But your filter, the one that goes directly on here, I liked it in first, but I also think I wish it would be slimmer, but it's not possible because
it's not.
It has to be.
That's the thing. It's like this camera is so good because it's so compact.
Yeah, everyone should just leave it how it is. But then you won't sell anything.
Then I'll be out of a job.
Yeah.
But and I mean, like you say, it does flare. So some people like to have that protection on it, but then there's that argument. Yeah, but I mean, it's not everyone buys this camera to put in their pocket, right?
Yeah.
People like it because it's inconspicuous compared to this, for example. It weighs nothing. Like, people have different opinions about it, so there'll always be products that are attractive to some people and not others.
Yeah, I have two, so I can wear one and have one in the pocket. So if I put two in my pockets, it's too much in my pockets, and then.
But have you ever had a problem with like dust getting into the lens?
No. I mean, I have found one. Sometimes I see one dust spot in the sky when I take a photo of the sky, but it only really shows up if you shoot f8 or higher. And personally, it really isn't an issue for me. But I know some people who live, near the beach or in a dusty environment, and then they have a little bit more show up. And then it also it depends what you shoot.
That's the kind of like, how do you get around that needing to protect the lens? But because of that, you need to have the adapter needs to be so big. It would be nice if you could just slap a filter on that. I was thinking maybe Ricoh could seal the body like the X100 and then not seal this part, but have the option to have a adapter or something that with the filter seals the lens. But then it's not this big, Yeah, it's going to be a little bit thicker then. I personally really don't mind, but I have multiple GRs, so maybe it's different if you buy one, and $1,000 is kind of expensive for a compact camera. It's the best one out there, but okay. But I can understand if you use your hard-earned cash or money, you don't want to see any dust on your images after a few weeks. No, exactly. But I don't think you will see it after a few weeks. But it's that thing, like you can buy a lens on eBay that has dust in it, or you can buy one that doesn't have dust in it. Even the Q2 or the Leica Q, some people get dust on their sensors. I don't think, I wouldn't personally. You can always be upset. Remove it in exactly. Post. It's not the end of the world. But some people, it drives them insane. I mean, that's the thing about this industry and photographers. Everyone has a different opinion and different tastes. So there's always going to be differing opinions on different things like that. Like you like the Ricoh GR, and other people like the X100. And we can still be friends. We can still be friends. While our meeting is slowly coming to an end, do you have any advice for visitors or people coming to Sweden who want to do some photography here? Where should one go? I haven't seen much, so this is also for myself for next time. Jesus, man, you're asking the wrong person. Depends what you want to photograph. Yeah, when is the light the most beautiful in the year? I think the summertime. Summer. Just because you have in the afternoon evening, you have such a long window of nice light. Right up till 9, 10 o'clock at night. The light's really beautiful. So that's probably when I like to photograph the most. Okay. But even these kind of early autumn days, it's really beautiful, misty. And then the sun kind of piercing them. Okay, then how about some other things to explore? Where can you get the best food? Where should you go for, I don't know, any museums or? I mean, there's lots of museums. Man. You can go to the Abba Museum. I know you've been asking me about that all day. You wanted to go there. I don't know. I've got 3 kids, man. I do that sort of stuff. Okay. There's restaurants around. You can go and eat food. Then wait. Let's give advice for people like us who have kids and come with family. Yeah. If you where can kids, you drop off your kids? Get some free time. If you've got kids, do not travel with them. Then you're parenting in another city. You don't have all the luxuries of home. Yeah. So your job is a lot harder. No, it's kids. There's a great place here called Skansen, which is a zoo/theme park thing where you can go to. They got crocodiles, snakes, merry-go-rounds. That's a cool place to go for kids. So go there, but first advice is don't bring it. Don't bring your kids. Okay.
This pocket, yeah, man.
Go. Happy customer.
Oh, happy customer.
Happy client. Happy shop.
Yeah, demonstrate to that it still fits in the pocket.
Oh, yeah.
There it is.
There it is.
In it.
In it.
Oh, it's in there.
Yeah.
It's hot. Nah.